Hey everyone, this is Matthew, and it's part of the Pantry Pirates series. I thought about calling this. We thought about some other ideas, and this one's thought about. I call Pirates Play. But one cool new feature going with the pirate theme is I have several classic Lego pirate sets that I thought might be interesting for everybody to see. That were kind of the story. They were passed down. My parents kept them for decades. Kept them boxed up. I even had like instruction manuals. I actually didn't bring the instruction manual down, but I had the one for the Black Sea Barracuda and the Forbidden Island one. But still have the authentic books. Some of the boxes I'd have to dig up, but yeah, we collected them, and a few years ago they moved. They kind of ended up in my garage, stayed boxed up. When I adopted my daughter, one of the activities we did together was dig into some of these Lego sets early on, which she didn't have a lot of toys, and I had a lot of fun building them with her and all this. But I thought it might be interesting to share some of these. I'm going to flip this around so you guys can see the design. Give me a second. So the first one, this is camera angle. I'm not sure if it's really good to see or not. Let me turn off the lighting. This one's called the Black Sea Barracuda, and you can see that this set was from 1989, and it contained about roughly 925 pieces, 8 pirates. You got treasure chest right here hanging out. You got the sails, the anchor. You got 4 cannons both sides. Several different pirates. You get the different features. You got him. I don't think he came with the exact set, but I got a lot of, I've got several with the face and the mustache, and of course you got the captain, or they call him, I think, what was it, Redbeard. This one doesn't have the hook. There's another one I have that has the hook, and then of course you got the female pirates as well. And this one's pretty common. You'll see him repeated several times throughout. So, got the anchor, the sails, the treasure chest. There's actually a cabin in here that you can open up. And another treasure chest is down in there. So, pretty nifty little set. This is the original. I think they did a remake of it, but this was the original my parents bought me in 1989 that we put together. You can actually see there's even like a little box over there that you could tie to the anchor. I don't think the rope's connected to the anchor on this one, but yeah, that's kind of the first set. Interestingly, this ship, I always find it interesting. This one could probably go out into the ocean. I have another one in a minute that literally would be too small and don't even have a cabin, so like if there's a storm or something. But it's pretty small in the scheme of things. I think the scale is what happens is that if you look at the cannons, they're almost as big as a people. But Lego people should actually probably be about this big on the ship, and it should be able to fit more people. But yeah, the ship looks like what you would call a typical pirate ship, which would be equivalent of a brig, what they would call back in the day. Over here you got the Forbidden Island, and this was also a 1989 set. Actually, you got, I think this one has the hook. Yeah, you see it has the hook, the Captain Redbeard here. That's the one with the hook. It came with the cannon. Interestingly, this cannon right here has a black background. Came with a shark. I got an alligator as well. You'll see in a minute. I got the Islander sets. There's a jail cell, which normally an Imperial soldier went in there. I don't have one in there right now. Over here, there's a trap door in this one. You got a hanging bridge. There's one in the island that actually you can flip it over and people can fall out. Parrot, and then a guy up here in the crow's nest. And they have a very unique crow's nest picture, but yeah, you can see he's hanging out in the crow's nest. Once again, that same pirate face character. So that's the Forbidden Island set. Let me go over and I'll show you the good guys, the Empire. That's what they call them. So over here you have the Empire, and you can see they got a couple of sets. You got Saber Island, 1989 set. It came with three characters. You have two of the soldiers with the top hat, one with the triangle hat. I have another one hanging out over here as well. A rotating cannon, and these cannons can actually shoot the cannonballs, which are right here. You got swords and stuff. So this is the Saber Island. The ship I was telling you about definitely could not be seaworthy as the Caribbean Clipper, but you can see there's no real cabin, no storage at the bottom like you have with the big pirate ship. Only 2 cannons. It actually came with 3 characters. I got all 3 of them, but it looked like the ones with the triangle hats, and then the admiral who's up here on the. Let me grab him real quick. Sorry, let me go from the other side so we're not blocking the camera. But yeah, you could see him with the map, the admiral. Got a couple of, I added some other like just general sailors to make it more realistic. And you got these red coats. I got the treasure chest down here. These red coats, you can see they look a little different. That was a later set that came along. But you have another red coat one right here. So I got 3 of them. But you know, and they got both the pirate ships come with monkeys. All of that. And you can see the guy at the top, the Imperial flag. So that's kind of the Caribbean Clipper. It would be, as you said, probably a clipper or a sloop. Those are 2 ships that were not really designed to go out into the ocean. So, but they'd be common in the Caribbean because they could. Pirate hunter ships actually kind of would look like this, and they're designed for you to go out during the day and come back at night to harbor. They're not really designed to go out and do long-term sailing. So that's kind of what this boat's probably about, I'm assuming. Then you got this broadside brig over here. Once again, the jail is empty, but a pirate would normally, it came with 3 characters. A pirate would go in here, the soldier with the top hat, and then the sergeant who, yeah, I'll show you him because I have several of them. There was one in that rowboat as well, but you can see he has a little different facial feature, pistol and sword. So this is one of the other, this is the Imperial sets. I remember as a kid thinking, I saw how big and powerful the pirate ship was over here, and I was thinking, I would tell my parents, just from a child, thinking, shouldn't the Empire or the government be just stronger than the pirates? So I always kind of wanted to get the Empire sets. I never got that. There's a main one called, I think, El Dorado Fortress, which is like their biggest set. I never had that one as a kid, so I don't have that. I know they recently, Lego released a re-release of it, and some of these other, I think they re-released this one over here as well, but I have not, I only have the classic stuff. I don't have any re-releases. So all these are authentic, came in probably, the release date I looked up was 1989 for all of them except this broadside brig. It was 1991. But they're all probably came in the early 90s. And you can see this one in the background. I'm going to get to that one in a minute. This is the last one on the Lego Adventure. It's called the Forbidden Island. And I actually had more Islander sets than just this one. That's why you see so many of the alligators and some of the additional stuff. I haven't put them all together, but you can see there's more Islander characters, chiefs and the princess and stuff in here. Actually, it's probably good to show you. So this set came with 1 princess, 1 chief. He is right there. And then most of the standard Islander warriors, which looked like this. And they had, the chief had that different feathered hat, so did the princess, while they had the bones here. But there's a, just knock that over. You have a little pirate ship that came with it. The captain, you can see, looks a little different. I actually have more than one of him. There's one of them in the big pirate ship over here I have. He's kind of like the second in command. But yeah, they came sailing in to try to steal the treasure. And you actually have the Islanders on this little statue right here. His head spins around and shoots fire. He has fire on there. But behind it, you can see there's like a jail cell to put the pirates in. And this drawbridge that the princess is on right now, you can actually pull out. It actually, you can see, turns. So she falls down. Once again, you got the monkey, the parrots, all of these drums. That's a really neat feature, the little drums there and the flags. The treasure's actually hidden inside this little cave here with covered by the palm trees. And these palm leaves, especially the bigger ones, there's 2 sizes, tend to not hold up very well. I've had a lot of them that ended up broken. I try to keep them safe by putting them in this bag, but that's kind of how I've been keeping it. So, but this is the pirate collection, and I'll give you kind of a quick rundown real quick and then let you guys go. Due to moving around some, I kind of broke this into several different videos, and then my finger, whenever I turned it on and off, I don't know if people will be able to edit that out or not. I'm talking to it, so probably it's going to be stuck in there, but yeah, I apologize for that getting in the way. So, you know, these Lego sets were fun activity to do with my, at the time she was 3 and 4 years old daughter. good just escape from work, digging through the instructions, reliving my past. But you really can't relive the past. You sit here, once you're done with the set, you're like, okay, I'm done. It was fun. So I've debated what to do with them moving forward. We have a Lego store near us that we take my daughter to, and I've always thought maybe when she gets a little older and I can talk to her about it, maybe we just donate them and they put them on display, or sell them to somebody. It's fun nostalgia. You get that nostalgia trip for a little bit, but then you're like, that's fun. Sometimes I'll play them with her. We'll do like a little mock war. She collects. I've not bought any Lego sets that would like be geared to me. I've bought like stuff like Gabby sets and Barbie Disney princess sets and stuff for her. But we'll have fun. We'll have like Gabby gets captured by the pirates or something. I also have, and it's not just this. I have like town ones, a pizza, the one called Pizza to Go. I got a fire station. I got a dock that I've not built, but I see all the pieces for it. Had some trucks and stuff, a race car one. I also have a lot of castle ones. I have one called the Black Monarch Castle, which is kind of special to me because that's the one I remember opening up for Christmas. It was one of the first major Lego sets. And then I got one called the King's Mountain Fortress, which has like a princess and knights in shining armor. You have some of the knights with the caged helmets, and then some that have the helmets that open. It's really interesting, and have a lot of forestry people that look like Robin Hood characters. Maybe in a future video I'll show off the castle stuff. I have a lot of space stuff as well. I've put some of those. Me and my wife make fun of one of them because it says Space Police. It's like, that's a little boy's set. Only a little boy would appreciate that. But yeah, you can't really relive your childhood. It's fun. You enjoy it for a little bit, and then you're just like, what do I do now? Because these things take up space. It's fun, probably more fun rebuilding them. But great activity with Teresa, my daughter. I did get a comment. So this is my triangle hat from Williamsburg. I wore it in the Pigskin Pirate episode. But one of my friends, this is for him. He said this is a flower. You can see it's a ribbon. Now, whether this ribbon simulates a flower or not, I think it does. I think it's probably referencing the House of Rose, royal family of England, and maybe it became a fashion statement and they continued wearing it long after that had any meaning. But probably goes back to maybe the War of Roses or some kind of, probably representative of something that's kind of lost the time. It probably had some meaning. So even though it's a ribbon, it probably looks like a flower. But that's kind of my pirate adventure for the group. Definitely want to have some good content in the future, so let us know. I know we're kind of still a little bit amateurish. Definitely like talking football. I'm a big history buff, so maybe some stuff coming for that. Got some classic stuff we've talked about, like doing. I got a classic Nintendo. It still runs, has a lot of good games on it. Some other classic systems we thought about doing like a series around playing those. Some more content to come, but definitely Pantry Pirates. Tune into that. Pete does a lot of work on that, and I think he appreciate the subscribing and likes to his videos. But thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. And quick follow-up, actually I mentioned the instruction manuals. Here they are. Here's the Forbidden Island instruction manual. It's had some years on it. This was the only set that had a major, I had most of the pieces, very rarely had to replace anything, but this base plate, we did have to go and replace it. It was gone, but everything else with it was around. And you can kind of see the characters and everything in the book. This is the pirate ship I was alluding to, the Black Sea Barracuda. What's interesting, the Caribbean Clipper, the other ship I have the box for it, but not the instruction manual. You can see, in some ways I liked the manuals from a long time ago because the ones today kind of handhold you almost too much. These are a little bit more of a challenge. You see how many pieces they keep adding on each sheet. So that was kind of I do like that they don't handhold you as much. It's more interesting. And they also came with, I don't know if it's on the box or the manual. Yeah, they have alternative sets you can put together off of that you can try to look at the picture and guess how to build them. This set was really neat because you very rarely, this piece at the top, this crow's nest, very few Lego sets have that. This might be one of the only ones. And those stairs are very rare as well. So it's hard to put this set together because of those two parts, because they're very, and the base plate's a little bit rare. Probably not as much as those two pieces, but fortunately I had both of them. And there's some pieces with this one and some of the other sets that are rare, very rare, but fortunately I had most of them. I had to replace this one that piece. I had a gold version of it, but not a black. But yeah, this is kind of it. These were what the manuals look like, and you can see the power. I have every one of those characters. I rebuilt them. I had a lot more because I used to get. I'll sort of keep putting my hand in the way. I used to get a lot of the different Pirate People sets as well. But that's kind of the quick overview, kind of my finale to this one. Thank you, everyone.